we didn't just want to give you new art with better dice, we wanted to also give you an expansion. Hello everyone, my name is J. Daniel Woodstock, owner of Woodstock Games and creator of the game Dice Fights. Thank you so much for being a part of this journey with us, and I would like to share the Dice Fights journey with you. It all started with kind of a dream in the back of my head of making a game where the dice goblin inside of me could run free with joy and roll dice to his heart content, and I think I achieved that. It started with a little thing of dice, and now it came into my first prototype. When I first started this, I had no idea what was going on. I imagined a giant box that was the dice, and you could even roll the box in the game. And so we reached out to a manufacturer, Nice Funny Games, excellent manufacturer, especially if you're going on your first board game journey. And we had a prototype made up. And this is actually that prototype. We were so excited to get this in the mail, and we were like, this is huge. This is 6 inches by 6 inches by 6 inches. It was a blast to roll that around. The videos of it are incredible. Maybe I'll put a link to an earlier video right here so you can go check those out. But we quickly found out that this maybe was too big. The dice only took up a small section, so we actually ended up going with our second prototype here. Now, I had no idea what was going on in the board game world. As far as I was concerned, I was the only person in the world who was ever designing board games, which was very ignorant of me. But I eventually found some good mentors that kind of walked me through it, and I ended up ordering 500 of these that I thought would take me about 2 to 3 years to sell through 500 of them, and I would just do it as I saw fit. After getting the 500, I was posting about it in some forums, and I was encouraged to run my first Kickstarter campaign. And I had already gotten the 500. I was a little unsure. I was like, I don't know what this Kickstarter thing is, if it's worth it, but I ended up saying, okay, I'll do it. Even if one person backs it, I could get it in their hands and they could be happy. So we ran it. We put it on Kickstarter, and we had a goal of a whopping $500. Now, we were pretty certain that we would never raise $500, not in our wildest dreams, right? And then in the first day, we raised a little over $4,000 for Dice Fights Roll the Box. People thought the idea was so cool. The idea that the box itself is a dice that you can roll, not to mention it includes 40 dice inside of it. That really spoke to a lot of dice goblins in all of our hearts. And so we ended up raising just under $17,000, and we were able to not only get rid of all 500 of those games, but we also ordered another 1,000, and it really boosted Woodstock Games to a new level. It only took us about a year and a half to sell through all of that product. Now, during that time, we were putting a lot of the money that we were making from Dice Fights into the development of a couple different games. And so that's why we're back here at Kickstarter to yet again see if we could make another dream become a reality. And so, but we didn't just want to give you the same old product. We wanted to give you something even better. So we came up with some better art, some better design for this nice shiny new box that we can roll. But we didn't just want to give you new art with better dice. We wanted to also give you an expansion that added new mechanics for all of you Dice Fights lover out there, such as healing and stealing, as well as 6 custom dice. And so that led us to Dice Fights Heal or Steal. As you can see, it's a little bit smaller of a box. We're still kind of working on this logo a little bit here. You'll see the updated one here on the page. So this will be a little different, but you can see it is a beautifully designed box by the beautiful Rebecca, my lovely wife. And we are in love with this game. It adds a fun new element the dice fights just didn't quite have. So the healer steel is a great addition. This is not a standalone game. It is to add to the base game, and one of these goes for one of these. It still is its own expansion. So in theory, you could play with a lot of combos with this. So if you were a backer for our last campaign, you can just grab some of these and it should integrate perfect with the old dice fights here as well. We are so stoked to see where this goes and keep following the journey. Thank you so much for all of your support.